Welcome, everybody. It's been a long time. Welcome, everyone. All you returning viewers, you new people out there, welcome. And all those lurkers out there, welcome to Let's Talk Jurassic. This is your weekly sort of live stream from the Jurassic Park podcast. I am your host, Brad Jost, and tonight we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're in the holiday spirit here. I've got my Jurassic World, Christmas sweatshirt here. I got my hat on with a bell, which is going to be super annoying, I'm sure. But we are here to talk all things Jurassic. So let me go ahead and add some of these things to my page here. We are live. So tonight, we are going to be talking about maybe some Jurassic World Dominion pictures and some of the latest news. We're going to talk about what I learned about the Jurassic World Legacy of Isla Nublar game. I recently had a chat with them. And we've got some fun stuff coming from Dr. Collector. Was there anything else? I don't know. There's probably some fun stuff we'll discover along the way. Let's not forget that we do have the charity drive going on. Hopefully everybody can hear me here. But we do have the charity drive going on this side of the screen. It's over here or it's down here. Please donate to our charity drive and let's get some kids some money this holiday season over at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We would really, really greatly appreciate it. It's an organization that has helped out my family recently in the past, and that means a lot to us. So if you were to donate, that would be super cool. All the money will go straight to the Children's Hospital. Not any of it will come to us or to YouTube. It'll all go to the hospital itself, for the kids, for the families, for the research, all that good stuff. So, yes, I am very, very excited. So let's go ahead and see what we've got going on here in the chat. So, who's here? We've got Dodge in here. We've got Thomas. What's up, Thomas? We've got Isla Sorna Communications. Lewis, what's going on, everybody? Carl's here. Jared, happy holidays. The no-named gamer, what's up, fam? Who else we got? Anybody? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I gotta put some white powder on my beard. You want me to, it's not gray enough? So, yeah. What are you gonna do? You know, I came as myself here tonight, so that's what I've got. I had to put on the hat. You got an elf. Elf will do, you know? What's up, Siaka? Hope you're doing well. Halo YT, I assume that meant YouTube, so I just said YouTube. What's up? And we got Adrian here. Anyway, let's talk. Let's see, what can we talk about? All right, first off, it's been a while. I was away for a few weeks, so I didn't get a chance to do a live stream. So thank you for joining me again tonight, everybody. And if you're new, like I said, hey, what's going on? But first off, I wanted to showcase what we had on the podcast this past week. So let me bring that up. I forgot to add that to the stream. Just let me share screen here. All right, so we have the book club is back. This time, it's just like a preview episode, so it's not the full episode just yet. But we do have Ben back as the host of the book club. This is the Lost World book club, everybody. So we are finally taking a look at the Lost World in full. We're going to be discussing that book from start to finish. And let's see here. This is, like I said, this is just a previous preview episode. Episode 1 kicks off January 10th. Episode 2 is February 14th. Episode 3 is March 14th. So you have to read different portions of the book. Now, let me see. I know Ben did say he wanted me to mention what portions of the book we have here. So if you're reading along with us, if you're going to follow along with the book club this time around in the new year, we have, let's see, episode 1 is going to feature the start of the book to the third configuration. All right, so you're going to read from page 1 to the third configuration, and that'll be on January 10th. So please get your thoughts and concerns in for that. You know, if you want to discuss what's going on in the book, send in some audio thoughts and concerns, and we will play those on those episodes. So that'll be January 10th. Please get them in before that. And that is, like I said, the beginning of the book to the third configuration. Episode 2 is going to be the third configuration through the fifth configuration. Why they got to put these long words in here? Third configuration through the fifth configuration, February 14th. Get that in before then. And episode 3 is going to be fifth configuration to the end of the book. That's an easy one. Fifth configuration, if you can say that word, fifth configuration to the end of the book. So please get your thoughts, feelings, and concerns in. You can do that by emailing JurassicParkBookClub@gmail.com and send in some thoughts. Just record it on your phone. Be like, hey guys, I love this part of the book. And then just send that in. I don't care what you send in. Send in some thoughts and we'll air them on the show. But this week was the preview episode along with Sabrina and Garrett from I Know Dino, the Big Dinosaur podcast. They are awesome, awesome people. They have a great podcast, so please go check out their show. And they know all the ins and outs of dinosaurs. It's a very, realistic dinosaur podcast, not necessarily the fake stuff that we're dealing with here over in Jurassic Park land. But please listen to Sabrina and Garrett with Ben on the book club preview episode here. They talk about Isla Sorna. They talk about like the map of the island and the dinosaurs and stuff like that. So it's going to be a fun one. So definitely go check out that episode. So you can download that anywhere our podcast is. Our videos, we had a few videos pop up this week. First one you can check out is an unboxing video. Actually, it's right here. So you can see it right there. Unboxing video. That was a cool captives box that I was sent. They're these really mini dinosaurs. And they're fun. They were fun to open up. There's the slime inside, the big mega eggs and all kinds of stuff. So go check out that unboxing. That was with myself and my son. We got a chance to open that one up. But yeah, are these songs playing? I can't really hear anything. Let me see. Okay, there. So what else we got? Oh, and then we had a video from Tom Jurassic all about the latest Dominion pick. So you can see that. I think there's a picture of it down in the corner of the page right there. The Empire picture that was released with the Parasauroraptor. Ooh. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Ooh, that's how it always starts. Later, there's running and screaming. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But actually, why don't we just go ahead and get into it? Let's talk about it because we don't have a ton of time tonight. But like I said, I do want to get those, what do you call it? Those, let me remove this for a second. I do want to get those donations going. So if you're going to donate, now is the time because this closes tonight. Tonight's the last chance you have to donate. It would be super awesome if you were to just make any donation. I know it's so close to Christmas here, but yeah, we would really appreciate that. So we are at $400. We're making some good money here for some kids at the hospital, so that's good. I know last year we made over $1,000, but we're not anywhere near that this time around, and that's okay. I know there's been a lot of different charities and stuff going around the community, so but yeah, we're at 400 so far this year, and that's any dollar amount is pretty exciting. So let's go ahead and talk about our first topic, which is going to be, I didn't make any banners for this. Do I have anything? Oh, look at this. I do. It just so happens we talk about this often. New Jurassic World Dominion pics and info. Let me just edit this real quick. I didn't mean to take it away. Oh, I guess I got to take it away. All right, so there we go. Pics. Oh, I just made my screen massive over here. All right, so let's see where to start. Here we go. Which one do I want to go with? Which one's better? Yeah, I don't know. We'll go with that one. And please get your thoughts and feelings in because I want to know what you're thinking. Tom made an article over on our website, so you can go check out that. Taking a look at, all the recent stuff that's happened and some information. So go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. You can find that right there. But the information all came from Empire. And look at that picture. Jurassic World Dominion. Meet the brutal, vicious new Parasauroraptor. So, or Atrociraptors. It's, we get to meet one. But pretty cool picture. It's not like the best picture in the world, right? It's just kind of like, it's very actiony. So it's like, all right, we get it. There's a lot of action here. Very blurry, like motion blur on Owen here, and also a lot of motion blur on the Atrociraptor that we're just introduced to. Now, this is not, if you're well versed in the Jurassic community and stuff like that, this is not the first time you're seeing the Atrociraptor. It has been shared around plenty before with different promo, pieces and marketing materials and things like that have been shared around. But this is our first official look at the Atrociraptor. And it looks good here. I don't know, can't really tell much. Like I said, it's a blurry picture, so you can't really tell much going on there. They do have a very different looking snout than I feel like the raptors that we're used to. This looks bigger. I feel like it looks bigger and more like brutal. So I know a lot of people will be happy to see the Atrociraptor out there taking the place of like the old school raptors, like from Jurassic Park or the Lost World, JP3. The raptors that have one goal. And I've always thought that those raptors are great. Look, I think the original trio movie of raptors are great. But I honestly feel like they are monsters in a way, because they are super one-dimensional, where like they just want to kill. There's JP3 started to delve into a little bit more territory with the communication and the nurturing and stuff like that. So they did take a little bit different approach, but they're always just about killing. And I think that's what's going to come back here, it seems like. So maybe these are going to be pretty monstrous. Who knows? Let's see here. There's definitely some information elaborating on the image. Trevorrow explains, why is this not highlighting? I can't. Oh, there we go. It's a sequence set in Malta, obviously, and the picture speaks for itself. It's Chris Pratt being chased by an Atrociraptor, and if they catch up, he's gonna die. I can tell you that. So I wonder if it catches up. Do we think it's gonna catch up? Do we think it's catching up this holiday season? I don't think so. But I have always said, and I will stick to it, that I hope Owen dies in this movie. I feel like that'll be a good send-off for Owen and Blue. So, the picture speaks for itself. Anything else here? Let's see here. Where the Velociraptor is a little bit more of a stealth hunter, the Atrociraptors are a bit more brutish. These things will just come at you. And in this particular case, they've picked a scent and they're not going to stop until he's dead. They're pretty brutal. They're pretty vicious. So yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. I feel like I got that sense from the Jurassic World Raptors. At the moment, they turn on everybody, right? They turn on the InGen people and Owen and Barry. And I feel like at that moment, that's what I hear right here, is that they're brutal. They're not going to stop until you're dead. They're vicious. So that's what I'm expecting, is like that kind of moment until they get to like the visitor center. It's like, or is that what it's called? Yeah, Innovation Center. No, sorry. It's been I've been off for like 2 weeks, so I forgot what the Innovation Center's name was. Sorry. But that's pretty cool. I'm interested to see how it plays out. And we know that there's going to be a few of them. We know there's going to be a few, and we do know some names, it seems like. I'm not going to say any of that stuff here and now. We'll save it for another time. We like to talk about whatever has been released, as far as like openly here, especially if you're just popping in. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens here. And it looks like Malta is going to be a really fun sequence. We've got a motorcycle chase. We saw a little bit of that in behind the scenes footage and stuff. Oh, not behind the scenes footage, kind of like leaked shots, I guess, or just like shots taken from the street. So it seems like it's going to be pretty intense. And then you also do see Owen and Barry, what seems to be the same place, in that boat shot, wherever that came from. Was that like an EW thing or something like that? they're like on a boat. It looks like in some sort of like caverny, like terrain. What was I trying to say? I don't know. A tunnel like that kind of looks like this kind of concrete and old, ruiny kind of area. So we've got some more information here. Some big information. They just kind of like, hey, we're just going to throw this in there. That's not all. The film will also introduce pyroraptors among a swath of other new species. So pyroraptors getting the confirmation here. And if, like I said before with the Atrociraptors, if you followed along, you've probably seen them. Full images have leaked out, and we have talked about them before on like the very ends of the podcast and stuff after the credits. And the Pyroraptors, it says right here, I love the Pyroraptors. I love the Atrociraptors. Oh, it doesn't say anything. Okay. Uh, there's also a little one called Moros Intrepidus who doesn't do a ton in the movie, but whenever it shows up, I always love it. That's an interesting quote. Interesting quote right there. We'll focus on that for a minute. I know I'm moving like 100 miles an hour here. The Moros Intrepidus. All right, so let's focus on that for a second because that popped up in the prologue, right? So we did see that in the prologue, picking at the teeth of the Giganotosaurus. Now, Colin is saying here that there's one in the movie that doesn't do a ton. Now, as far as we've heard, and they've literally outright said that what we saw in the prologue is not in the movie. So does the Moros Intrepidus show up otherwise? And because he says whenever it shows up, I always love it, which means like, hey, there's probably a few times. It's an interesting one to like to just show up, like out of nowhere. So I wonder, are we going to end up seeing like all of the dinosaurs that are in the prologue? Are we going to see all of those in the main actual movie? That'll be pretty interesting. I don't know. But Moros Intrepidus maybe shows up again outside of the prologue. But the Pyroraptors, that's pretty big deal. That's almost like the biggest deal out of this because I am way more excited for those than I am the Atrociraptors. Now, it seems like the Atrociraptors are going to be the big bad here outside of the Giganotosaurus. It seems like, that's always the case. Is like there's the big ones, there's the small ones. And the Atrociraptors are going to be pretty intimidating here. So I'm very excited. But the Pyroraptor is like the underdog here. I'm really rooting for that one. I can't wait to see what that happens there. What happens with that one. But I want to see what everybody else is saying. What do you guys think about this picture? Are you into it? I mean, there's not much to say about it, really. It's just Owen riding down some stairs. I'm very interested to see him like round this corner with a motorcycle or whatever, just barrel down some stairs, which is interesting because like, this picture is him, right? Like that's definitely Chris Pratt. And this person's riding downstairs. Like, did they just paste his face onto a stunt double riding down some stairs? Or is Chris Pratt like, yo, I'm gonna eat my snacks and then I'm gonna go, ride down this stairwell here with a motorcycle? I don't know. I don't know that it's a thing that they would let him do. His name's not Tom Cruise. But who knows? Did he actually ride down these stairs? I'd love to know. But I want to know what you all think here. So, all right, there we go. Shane likes it. He's doing the bike thing again. That's very true. I like that. Very different looking bike this time around. This is more of just like looks like a dirt bike instead of his nice Triumph. What was it? Is that what it was? Jared says, the funny thing is, the Triceratops is either more related to Deinonychus or, other dinosaur that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. Caleb's here. What's up, Caleb? And Dodson, I guess, was way ahead of me here. A long time ago at 9:19, saying, I really like the face replacement on Chris Pratt since he wasn't. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. He wasn't there. That's I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot. That's true. It looks great. Like it does look great. Now this is just a still, so they could certainly, edit this or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll look fine in the movie. I totally forgot that he wasn't there because this was all like a COVID thing. This is when they started back up. And hey, oh no, where's my other bracelet? I just realized I lost my bracelet. Oh no, I don't know where it is. Uh-oh. I'll have to find that at some point in my life, I guess. Just realized it was gone. Oh wait, no wait, nope, not gone. Here it is, right here in my shirt. Okay, moving on. So yeah, the face replacement looks great. And the CG, like I'm not gonna critique that back there. Sure, it just looks okay. I don't know what else, I could really say about it. It's a blurry picture. Um, but yeah, it could be from James Bond, Mission Impossible, Jason Bourne. It looks like it's from any of those movies. And Fallen Kingdom really started to take that approach at the end of the movie. I felt like the Lockwood Manor bit where Owen is just taking people out with Stiggy in there. That is like I think one of my favorite moments from that movie. And it is so like an Indiana Jones, James Bond, Jason Bourne kind of moment. Bond and Bourne made me, mess up, but I always mess up. So can you imagine the shock if Owen just straight up dies from a daytime chase scene? Yeah, that'd be brutal. Yeah, that'd be brutal. Let's see here. Oh, Cretaceous Dave made it to the video here. You got away from the lights. Hopefully you had a good night there. That looked like it was fun. Let's see here. Spencer's into it. Yeah, that whole bit about me like saying like, "Oh, so what do we think? Owen, did Chris Pratt ride down these stairs?" No, obviously not because it was a stunt double. I'm cracking up. That's too funny. Um, yeah, but or he falls off his bike and dies from not wearing a helmet. Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate. But yeah, I don't know. Owen dies in the first 5 minutes of the film. Yeah, it could be. It could. He could. But that's about it from this article, I believe. I think that was it. Some good information. It's in this Empire huge 2022. Too many twos. Maybe question what the number was. Cinema roars back. All the movies you need to see. Jurassic World Dominion. Buckle up for Dino Mayhem. Says the same thing in both. Awesome. All right. And this is on sale Thursday, the 23rd of December, which is, hey, guess what? Tomorrow. So we can find out all this information and see these pictures right there. I don't know. Is there anything else? There might be because we have another article, which I just found while I was searching for the other article. So this was posted. Wait, but this one was posted. These dates 20, 12, 21. And this was also posted. No, 21, 12. Okay. So when was that? Today? Yesterday? So I didn't see this one actually yesterday. Jurassic World Dominion, Steven Spielberg's emotional response to the original characters returning. Exclusive. So we know they're coming back, right? So interesting note here. It says getting the three back was a major moment and one he knew he had to share with the legendary filmmaker. I feel like I heard this before, so I don't know how exclusive this is, but I definitely feel like I heard this information before. It says the moment everybody shows up for the first time together, they're all packed into a Jeep. So that's pretty cool. Everybody's packed into a Jeep. The three: Alan, Ellie, Ian, in a Jeep. What more could you want? And Trevorrow took a picture of it and sent it to Steven. Humble brag, hey, this is great. Hold on, guys. Smile. Oh, I gotta send this to Steven. My buddy, my good bud, Steven. Steve, I call him sometimes. Even though he says not to. He got very emotional, apparently, Mr. Steve. I don't think he was even prepared for how moving it would be to see all of those characters that he loves and people that he loves looking incredible and on an adventure together. So that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So I want to go back here. It says, it says the moment everybody shows up for the first time together. So do we think that like this is going to be the first moment we see them, or is this the first moment that they're all together? Like we see them throughout the movie scattered around, and then they all show up together at the same time, like at the 90-minute mark or something in a Jeep. I don't know. Either way, I'm very excited. And hopefully once they're revealed, hopefully Colin will be like, here's this picture that I once sent to, my buddy Steve. Stevie is what I call him sometimes, you know, after a day on the films. I think that's what people say in the industry, right? Is there anything else in this? I didn't read anything else. Let's see here. A movie like this, with our legacy characters playing as larger roles as modern characters, is challenging to bring all together in a way that has momentum and isn't a 5-hour long movie. Hey, Carl. That's what I call him because he's my buddy, Colin. Um, make it 5 hours. That's all I gotta say. It was nice to have time to make sure every character is honored in the most British way possible. Yeah, that's it, I guess. So very cool. But yeah, fun information here from Empire. No new looks here in this. Unfortunately, nothing good. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder if we'll get anything else maybe tomorrow when the book pops up. I don't know if this is all the information. Like I said, I've been away, so I don't really know what's happening. Other information that's been out or not. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. OG crew in a Jeep again. Biosyn Jeep? I don't know. Maybe. Could be. I don't know why I use that voice. That's what an elf does, I guess. Yeah. But pretty cool. We had the Atrociraptor. It's fine. Yeah, actually, let's talk about the Atrociraptor for a second. Like, I know a lot of people have been talking about the name itself and the fact that it is a real thing, and but I actually love the name like Atrociraptor. I think that's pretty cool. Um, Velociraptor, I think, has served its purpose. It sounds awesome. That is you know, the reason you picked that name. I know it wasn't what the dinosaur looked like and everything. But that name is really good. That name works more than Deinonychus or Utah Raptor, stuff like that. So, while those are bigger and Velociraptor smaller, Velociraptor was the way to go, right? It screams exactly what it is. It screams it. It roars it. It's fast, and that's why like Velocicoaster works so well, because it's taking the best parts of that, and what that is, based off Veloca. So Atrociraptor, I'm like, ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds. Let's take a look. Let me Google here a few things. So I just Googled atrocious, just because it sounds like that, right? Atrocious. Can't say it. The first thing that pops up is horrifyingly wicked. Okay, that works really well. extremely wicked, brutal, or cruel. Barbaric. That's, literally what Colin said. So, but if you don't like the CG, you could use the other definition, which is of very poor quality, extremely bad, or unpleasant. Let's look up another word here. Atrocity. All right. So, an extremely wicked or cruel act, typically one involving physical violence or injury. There you go. That sounds pretty intense right there. So that's what you're expecting from these raptors. Let's look up this. So Atrociraptor itself, meaning savage robber. I mean, eh, that doesn't sound as intense as the name itself. But you know, I like the wicked, cruel, brutal. Like that sounds so cool. So I dig it. And I think there's a lot of like great naming conventions here. You've got Atrociraptor. I really like Dominion as a name for the film itself. I feel like that is going to be perfect and hopefully ties into Camp Cretaceous in a cool way, season 4. But also just, what maybe the bad actor, not bad actors. Bad, I don't know how do you distinguish between the actors in the film and actors in a different way, whatever the other way is. The people that are acting poorly, no, still it doesn't work. I don't know how to say it differently. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Uh, but what's up? I want to say shout out to Black Spider. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Hopefully you had a great birthday. Yeah. Siaka says, I like how atrocity and velocity have the same suffixes across the board. I can't talk tonight. I'm not practiced enough after being off for a while. Velocious. That's a word? Oh, cool. Can't wait to find out what that means. Oh, just rapid, fast, very velocious. Yeah, and I know a lot of people were wondering, hey, what are we gonna call like this? Because if we have Pyroraptor, which again, a pretty amazing name, um, we have Atrociraptor, we have Velociraptor. We can't just go around saying raptor anymore, can we? This is gonna be like breaking it down like Nublar raptors, tiger stripe raptors, JP3 raptors. How we gotta like distinguish. I can't talk tonight. We need to distinguish them much, more than just saying raptor. So I think somebody had pointed out, I forget who, Oviraptor. Yeah, Oviraptor was in there as well in the prologue. Um, so yeah, somebody was saying atrocity. I think this is Chris Pugh. Atrocity. Well, I don't like saying that. I don't want to ever say that. I think I might just say the whole word, Atrociraptor. That's much cooler. Hey, man, that atrocity is looking pretty scary. No, it's not. You just said atrocity. And and I made a joke that if you're gonna call it atrocity, you have to also call the other one velocity, and that doesn't work. Velocity. That's not cool. The atro, that's kind of fun. Yo, man, when that atro killed Owen, oh man, that was brutal. The atro, no, I don't know. Atrociraptor. But we can still call the Velociraptor the Velocity if we want to. They've had their time. They deserve some poking fun. All right, so that's about that for those topics. So we got to move on here. You know what I got to do? I got to record after this. I have to record our Christmas special, so it's gonna be coming out. And if you listen to any of the past several years of specials for the holidays, they're going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one. So, zero prep work done on this. As always, we just kind of wing it. Um, but let's move on to one more thing. Oh, actually, yeah, we didn't discuss this at all. Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that. Owen and a Parasaurolophus. I wasn't here when we got a chance to look at this. So, very cool. Again, when I'm away, they decide to do things. So, great. Thanks, Universal. There's the, Parasaurolophus. Looking cool, looking different. Who knows? Then there's this one. We used real ones this time. What do we think? Because this, to me, I don't know that this is going to be something that you'll actually see in the film in this way. This almost looks like a maquette, like that they use, like the statue ones that they use for the lighting and stuff, like the samples that they use for just like testing out the lighting and stuff. We saw that a lot with like Blue, and I think the Indoraptor and stuff like that. We saw pictures and stuff come out around Fallen Kingdom. So to me, that's what this looks like. It doesn't look like it's an animatronic, and it's certainly not CG. So I feel like it's just like a maquette that they just somebody was like, Colin's like, hey, Steve, can you hold that up like high, and I'll just take a cool pic, and it did. So that's kind of what I think. And to me, it looks like it's just like the head, like the little statue. So it's probably like about this big, and they just hold it up just to kind of get the lighting right. But maybe it's an animatronic. Maybe it's CG. I don't think so. But yeah, there was something else Colin said on Twitter, didn't he? Go over here for a second. Oh, okay. Well, that's not anything new. Yep, there's a picture of it. Whoops. What's Stevie saying? His other friend, Steve. Oh, okay. That thing. And then that's it. So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. We're going to talk about, let's see. We're going to talk about this. What is it? Indominus kit. I don't know what it is. All right, so Dr. Collector has this new kit, which if you've ever seen any of their work before, they create these really cool little bundles that they're like licensed things that look like they're props from the movies, and little, not really props, but like pamphlets and banners and little things like that, small items that can fit into like a little box. And here we have one which looks fantastic. Like this box itself is one of their cooler looking boxes. And this is, the Indominus kit. I didn't even think to read here. So let me see. After more than a decade of showcasing the most amazing creatures ever, Jurassic World is pleased to present a unique kind of dinosaur, bigger, louder, more teeth. The first dinosaur officially engineered by humans, artificially engineered by humans. Well, that's not accurate. The Indominus Rex. The special kit contains everything you need to enjoy the opening weekend of the new Indominus Rex show arena in the front row. Come make history and meet the most fearsome inhabitant of Jurassic World. So it's got gyrosphere, Mr. DNA, dinosaurs. It just looks like park information. Doesn't really look like anything in regards to what's in the box. So I don't know what's in there. I don't know, but it looks really cool. What would you think is in an Indominus kit? Like I would put like a tracker in there. I guess like a tracker. I don't know. What else would you have in a kit? Grow your own Indominus kit comes with DNA and unfertilized egg. Possible. It's possible. Uh, yeah, we're gonna run ourselves in circles. We always, say, well, they were all. It's just, what are we gonna do? Yeah, they were all made. What I can't even see. It's so small. What did it say? Yeah, you know what they mean. The first hybrid, which is not also not accurate. But I don't know. The first hybrid that they would want you to know about. So if this is a kit that comes from Jurassic World, you can buy this in the gift store in Jurassic World. Which why, if this is an ad for Jurassic World, like why is there a broken fence in the background? But this is something you should be able to. It said not a toy. You should be able to buy in the gift shop or something like that for Jurassic World before you go down into your first row seat. It's pretty cool. I'm excited to see. For reference, we can go to their website real quick and just see other items. I checked before; they didn't have anything about this one on there. Oh my gosh, so many things. But like for instance, they have Jurassic Park Raptor Claw, pretty cool. Jurassic Park kits. Let's see, they've got a welcome kit from Mr. DNA, or just a welcome kit, I guess in general. Um, like I said, it's got some buttons, night vision goggles, safety instructions, a postcard thing, patch, a sticker, whatever, a visitor lanyard. That's pretty cool. There's the patch. This may be another pin. Now I like stuff like this, like the 3-day pass. Adult ticket price is $5.50. Pretty cool. And then this park map. It's fun. So this looks to be about the same size. And there's a lot of different things in there. So I would assume maybe like an opening day ticket for maybe another lanyard or something like that. Maybe, pictures of the Indominus. What like the poster. I don't have it up on the wall. But the Indominus poster that now is hanging at the Velocicoaster, stuff like that. But there you go, some other stuff. Yeah, this was one of them. Let's see, Jurassic World kit. I would assume they don't repeat too much, so I can't imagine that there would be another lanyard, and another park map. But who knows? Maybe there is. But it does look pretty interesting. And this one, ooh, that was pretty cheap, $23.95. That's pretty cheap. I thought for some reason these were like much more expensive. Um, Jurassic Park one, 46. I mean, even still, that's not too bad. Nice. Um, but it's not the first, guys. Canon. Let's not do it. But anyway, that's that. And let's see here. So anyway, well here, where are we? I got lost for a second. Pretty cool. There's a Jurassic Collectibles unboxing of some other stuff. Nice. Now I'm just scrolling the web with you guys here. Okay, so the pre-order is February 2022. Pretty cool. It was going to be the most spectacular opening weekend of Jurassic World. Opening weekend? I'm confused. You heard it here first. Jurassic World opened today, this weekend, for the very first time, and it was going to be a great one. Wasn't open for 5 years before that. Nope. Am I bitter? Am I don't know. But let's oh no. Siaka, why you do this to me? Yeah, that's true. That's very true. The Amber Collection. No, Amber Collection. Amber Society. Oh my gosh. Uh so what did they say initially? I forget what they had said. Did they say like this is maybe I got to replay it. I don't know. Here, let me put my headphones on. Oh, our music stopped. My bad. So this was 1 month ago. Oh. Let me bring this over here so you can see it. 1 month ago, we got the first episode, right? And I just want to hear what they say. Again, no closed captioning. Come on, Universal, get with it.
Welcome
all right,
to the Amber
here we go.
Society, an exclusive fans-only forum to celebrate all things
Jurassic World.
I'm Jen, joined by a panel of Jurassic enthusiasts from around the globe for a series of discussions and debates.
A series.
Join us in the comments.
A series of just 2 episodes. Was there anything else at the end?
And stay tuned for an all-new episode of the Amber Society to sink your teeth into.
All new episode. Okay. So that all new episode was the last episode. Oh, what did we do? This is all our faults. Oh my gosh, I hit the wrong button. Yeah. Terrific trivia. I will say though that this episode was much better. Was much better than the first episode. I feel like this is like, and I maybe said it at one point, but I feel like it's like the motion comics in a way where everybody piled on so hard that they just ended up stopping those, because that didn't feel like it was supposed to end where it did. It just kind of ended on this massive cliffhanger, and you're like, well, are we supposed to, see what happens, or no? No. No was the answer. And this, they're like, hey guys, guess what? This is the season finale, episode 2. But, this one more so seemed like it was an ad for Camp Cretaceous, which I was like, that's fine. That's fine. It was all right. I have no real big issues. I didn't really watch it all that. I just watched it one time and didn't really critique it or anything. But I think, they did a better job this time around. But, I like what they're doing. I like the idea. The approach is interesting, but just the execution was really poor all around. Very, very overacted, and the script of everything was not very good. But some information was completely wrong. Other information was pretty cool and pretty interesting to see on an official page. But it's like it almost sounded like they like listened to a podcast or watched a video of somebody and just said like, let's put those words in there and just like, make it sound like we're one of the fan created things. But like, this was cool. This part was cool. Should have said go motion probably, but still pretty cool information right there. So that is something that 95% of people probably don't know, so that was actually pretty cool. This stuff, I know I saw a lot of people getting tripped up on things like this. So this is pretty cool. If you did not watch Camp Cretaceous, you don't know these answers. So I feel like that was pretty interesting. And this, I mean, like, this was a good one. I mean, I never heard of this answer. I knew what the answer was because I know the other ones are right. But whatever that one is, Abelilosaurus, I don't know. Whatever that was, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that thing. Whatever. But I knew it wasn't part of the Indominus. I didn't know it was in the Indoraptor. I don't study this stuff, really. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then what they ended on was the Colin Trevorrow thing. And again, a nice little piece of trivia. Pretty cool. Maybe a lot of people don't know that if you're not following along. There was a different question. I forget what it was. Oh, this one. I know a lot of people were like thrown off by like, what's one way that which method has never been seen as a way characters landed on Isla Nublar? And people are like confused, like parachute or hang glider? Which one is it? But if you watch Camp Cretaceous, parachute. So pretty cool. I dig this one. I think this one was pretty good. But it was the last one. Like, they aired the wrong one first. They really just messed up. It had potential. It really, really had potential. I don't know. I don't know what you do about that, but yeah, roasted into oblivion. Really, I mean, I think honestly that is what happened. I think, we all piled on, rightfully so. It was not good. And, that was it. They're like, all right, well, let's cut our losses here. Let's not air anymore if people are just gonna downvote us. And now, YouTube doesn't even show you the dislikes. 1.2 thousand like this, so that's good. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's good in comparison to 271,000 views. I don't know, but well, look at me right there. Top comment right here. The Amber Society was so close to achieving greatness. I got 2 replies. What did you guys say? They were on the verge of greatness. They were this close, or not at all. Look at that. Got 43 likes. It really was. It was so close. Like the idea was great. Everything about it could have been great, but they just flubbed it big time. Yeah, I think the definition of series was not 2 episodes. But I just think it meant cut. They ended up cutting it. So this was like episode 4 or something like that, probably. I think it's the finale of everything. I would say it's probably the finale of all of it, but who knows? But yeah, anyway, that's over. That's done with. We don't have to worry about that. So we'll see. Yeah, it doesn't say series, it just says season. And I just think it's probably done. But if they maybe retool it and come back with a better idea, I think it could be something pretty cool. But lastly, I did want to talk about not Dr. Collector. Let me take that down. I know that's been up there for a minute. I know we talked about this recently. I can take these off because I don't have anything in. Let me put the music back on. Here we go. We got some nice holiday music, Christmas music here. So I had a chance to speak with the people over at Funko Games in regards to Jurassic World, the Legacy of Isla Nublar, which is a fantastic looking game. Really, really cool looking. I don't have all the pictures here, but does Kickstarter have anything else? No. I know there's other pictures, but let me see if the video has anything. Oh, I didn't mean to click there, but is there a good shot of like the full board? Nothing. Anyway, let's pause it. That's pretty cool. Oh, and that thing pops up. Cool. Anyway, this thing looks pretty awesome. They had it all spread out on a table while they were talking with me about it, and the conversation was basically just for me to get an idea of how you play the game and the rules and stuff like that. So I was really elated that they gave us the shot to take a look pretty early. So that was fun. It's beautiful, like through and through. This image that you see down here, this very like comic book style, come aboard Hammond's dream. So this game, I'll tell you about that picture in a second. But so they said in the press release and everything that it's 12 different. I forget what the word is. What's the word that they use? There's like 12 different portions of the game that you have to play through. And it's a legacy game. So I've never played a legacy game. And I think I know that some of you probably have. But so the idea is that you make official changes and permanent changes to the game where, the game will never be played the same again. So what's cool about this is I know it's expensive. I think it was like 120 something bucks. But there's a lot of replayability that they kept reaffirming to me. But the 12 parts that it's split up into, you have to beat those. Each one, I think, is like 2 hours or so. Jared is still unclear about how this game functions. Is it the Funko Jurassic World Legacy of Isla Nublar, a tabletop RPG game like D&D, or is it something a bit different from that? I don't know. I've never played like a D&D or anything like that, but basically, I mean, the board is split up. So I know there was a image here in here somewhere. Where is it? This. So this board here, you can see it down here. Let me raise it up a little bit. It's got all these different spaces, and you basically plot out your park. You put in these different squares, you'll put, and this is where this dinosaur goes. This is where this paddock goes. So you place all these different things. You place your visitor center, your all your different pens and everything are all scattered around the island. And the way that you make this game is permanent. Like that's where everything needs to be, and that's where everything goes. And you can't make any changes. So those changes will affect you down the road. It's basically a card-based game where there's just like cards, and these envelopes are pretty big. Some of these envelopes, I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it was this one or these ones. Some of them are pretty big, where they're actually like big envelopes that you have to open up, and it gives you your instructions for that portion of the game. And you have things like this, all these different characters. There's a ton of different characters. 24 hours of play. And then look at all this stuff. Like the artwork is the best part. When they were showing me all the different pieces and stuff, I was just like, I literally said to them, I'm like, can I just frame all of this and put it on my wall? Like, because it's so amazing. Like everything about it looks so good. So this part here, let me go back to this. So like I said, it's split up into 12 different parts, I guess. It's just split up into 12 different parts. The first part is like the tutorial. It's basically like, hey, this is how you play it. So this part that you see here, this Legacy Adventures, Come Aboard Hammond's Dream, this is from like the first folder or whatever that you'll pull this out. And it's like the artwork and the instructions for that portion of the game. And it's a dream sequence because it's a tutorial. And within the tutorial, you can set up your park and do things and get a feel for the game, and then wipe it clean once the tutorial is over. So that's why it's like a dream sequence where Hammond is on his way to the island for the first time, and he's dreaming about what his park will be, which is really fun. Like that idea is really, really cool. It's taking in a cue from like Jurassic Park 3, where, Grant is falling asleep on the way to the island and stuff. And I like that. I dig that. And it's a dream sequence. And in this one, Hammond is dreaming about what his park's going to look like. In the tutorial, you play through that tutorial. And once that's done, you can start fresh. And then everything that you just did, if that was permanent, could have been bad, could have been really bad, and it could affect you for the rest of the game. So I think that's pretty interesting. So technically it's like 10 parts plus that tutorial and the finale. So there's like a finale pack or whatever as well, that when you've gotten through, 1 through 10, then you finish with the finale, and then you end the game. And once you end the game, I don't know. I've never played a Legacy game, but it gives you the option to replay as much as you want with basically like a brand new game out of what you just made. So that's pretty cool. Based off of what you just did, everybody's game could be different, which is really fun. So I think that's pretty cool. They moved the location of the lagoon. I was laughing pretty good when I was talking to them, and I was like, oh, that's where the lagoon is, huh? Episodes, chapters, yeah, something like that, different parts. Each part was a month. Oh my gosh. They said it was just a few hours. I know the press release, which we put here at the bottom of this page, it says delivering more than 24 hours, but they had said something like 48 or 60. I forget how much they said. They said way more than 24. And I was like, oh, really? Wow, interesting. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's certainly why it's expensive. And this, I mean, look at the artwork alone. It's incredible. And it's really, really like well made, really, really well made. And I think all of us are going to want to play it. They were really interested to know like what, percentage of the audience and stuff like that listens to our show or watches our videos would actually play the game. And I'm like, it's hard to say because we never really discussed tabletop gaming too much. But I think in terms of Jurassic fans, we haven't really had a lot of great merch over the years. It's only recently that we started to get like a lot of good stuff that we'll buy anything at this point. Like we just want it. We want the game. We want it for the artwork, whether we play it or not. And the good thing about this game is I know it says on the box 2 to 4 players. It says it right there. 2 to 4 players, ages 10 plus, 2 to 4 players. But the good news is you can play single player. There is a way that you can play solo because it's not a competitive game. It's a cooperative game. So you're not playing against each other. You're playing with your friends or whoever or yourself. So technically you can just play this yourself. Maybe it's harder. I don't know. But you can play by yourself. They did confirm that with me. And in terms of, the struggle for me is like, I'm thinking like, oh my God, who's going to devote this much time to this game with me? Anybody can. It does not have to be the same 2 to 4 people. It can be anybody you want over time playing these different parts of the game. So, you could have, like myself and my wife could play the first 2 parts. Parts 2 through 8 could be played with some other random person, 3 of you people in this chat. And then the rest of the parts could be played with my wife again. And then things would work out fine. So I think that's pretty great that you can play this solo. You can play with multiple sets of people. It doesn't really matter. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Do I have anything else? Oh, so they mentioned that this game runs you straight through the history of Jurassic. So you're starting here in this first part with Hammond's Dream. You're starting before the opening of the park. So you're starting before anything happens. So the history of Isla Nublar is with you, and you're creating the history here. And then you do get to fill in the, 15 years gap between JP3 and Jurassic World. So that's really cool, as you get to fill in the gap of time and create your own legacy, which is amazing. Like, to me, that was really exciting. When they said that, I was like, ooh, I like that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, they mentioned that there's a lot of things that you rip up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to rip anything. Do I have to rip something? I don't want to. They mentioned, I'll just leave it at that. But that was pretty cool. I think it was a pretty awesome looking game, and I am very, very excited to learn more about it. But yeah. When it comes to games like this, I think you really have to watch like a demo. You just have to open up YouTube, because when you're reading through just massive amounts of information, it's really intimidating. You're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. How do I play this game? I have no clue. But when you actually just watch the video, you're like, oh, I was overthinking it by far. Like, that was just, it's very easy. I did that the other night. I was playing one of their games, but a Haunted Mansion version, a Haunted Mansion game from the ride. And reading the pamphlet, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to play this. I can't comprehend. I feel like I'm like, in high school taking like, what's that test they have to take? See, I don't even know the name of the test. I don't know the name of the test. That's why, it shows you how good I did, probably. I really can't think of it. Whatever that test is, it's like it was a struggle for sometimes to read these directions, but when you watch the video, it was like, oh, I can easily, I can do this. Pandemic legacy, you were pretty committed to the same people. Otherwise, a new person would be completely lost and confused. I mean, that's probably still accurate, I would assume. I would assume that it's probably still accurate, because if I came into the middle of a game and I'm like, but at least with these folders and things that it comes with, you open them up and there's like a new set of instructions and stuff. So I think it kind of starts fresh in a way, despite your game board staying the same. Yeah, I assume the stickers and things, I assume there's stickers and things in this game to identify where all these game pieces go. They were showing me some of the game pieces, and I don't know if you saw, but I don't know if it's been in any of the videos or not, but the game piece that was like the initial teaser with the Rex breaking through like the fence, and it spun around and it looked like rock. That game piece is part of this game. Like that's one of the pieces that you put out for the T-Rex paddock or whatever. So it was pretty cool. Anyway, I have to go. I'm over time here. Probably my buddy's probably looking out. When are we gonna record here? But I'm excited. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you donated here tonight, I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, this is the final night of the donations here. So please go over to the side on this side and donate money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. All the money, 100% of that money will go straight to the hospital. None of that will come here to us or to YouTube. So donate that. That'll be pretty awesome if you do. And, we're right up to Christmas here. So, any help you can give to the Children's Hospital will be greatly appreciated. So, like I said, this is the last chance. As soon as it hits midnight, the donation drive, the charity drive is over. So thank you so much to each and every person who may have donated already. Really, really appreciate you all. So that's about it. Like I said, go to JurassicParkPodcast.com and you'll find all of our information over there. You can find, let's see here, Jurassic Park Pod over on Twitter, links to all of this stuff at Jurassic Park Podcast on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook and TikTok as well. Listen to the podcast anywhere. You can listen on JurassicParkPodcast.com, or you can go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible. We're on Audible. So if you want to listen to The Lost World while you're trying to catch up before the book club, and then you want to hop over and listen to the preview of the book club, you could do that. You could do that if you want to. So, like I said, the book club is out this week. It's just a preview episode. You can hear them talk. It's Ben along with Sabrina and Garrett from I Know Dino, the Big Dinosaur podcast. They're talking about the dinosaurs, the island, all that good stuff from Isla Sorna. So go check out that episode. Like I said, that's available everywhere. So I think that's about it. Do I have anything else before I get out of here? Oh yeah, I was on let's see here. I was on an episode, and I don't know if you've all seen Spider-Man or not, but the new Spider-Man movie may have hit the big screen over the past weekend. So there's new Spider-Man stuff out there. But I was on a new not a new podcast, but a new episode of Real Fans for Real Movies, and we were talking all about Spider-Man No Way Home. So you can hear myself along with a co-host of mine from my other podcast, Grim Grinning Hosts, and Andy, the host of Real Fans. So we talked all about Spider-Man No Way Home, our thoughts and feelings on some other things throughout the franchise. We joked a little bit about the Spinosaurus in the beginning of the episode, and it was fun. It was fun. So go listen to that. And yeah, nothing from GGH recently. I was on a recent episode of the Forcecast Live, so if you're into Star Wars, go check out that episode. I was on that talking about Galaxy's Edge and what I think could make it better, and that's what we were talking about in that episode. You can also hear Ryan, the co-host, he's a buddy of mine, and Lou Mongello from WDW Radio podcast, Becky Menken from that show as well. So that was a really fun show to do, talking all about Galaxy's Edge, and yeah, so But yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been fun. It's been fun to get back here. Please donate. Really, really appreciate that. And have a great holiday. Have a great Christmas. And we'll see you all next time. So for now, peace out. Bye, everybody. How do I stop this? Oh, wait, I have an outro video. Here we go.